I'm Todd Stanley. We're about to go live. I'll be answering questions about Sasquatch today, or questions pertaining to the subject of Sasquatch slash Bigfoot. If I seem a little disorganized, it's because I'm not. I'm just gonna wait for some questions to precipitate here. Been pretty busy. Lots of fantastic new things coming that I'm going to talk about in the live show today. And yeah, there's always good questions. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised I'm doing the live show. I didn't do the live show last week. It was literally Christmas. But it's the first. And there we go. Happy New Year. And I'll say Happy New Year to everybody. I don't think that's politically incorrect to do that. I put up a video today on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram about two gentlemen that didn't make it. And there'll be lots of Happy New Year's today, obviously, and that's cool. Two gentlemen that went out into the wilderness around Christmas time and went looking for Bigfoot and did not make it back. So, what do I have to say about that? That sucks. That's awful. They allegedly died from exposure. And then I had somebody tell me they were only gone for a day and they died of exposure, which is kind of not realistic, to be honest. That's not very sensible. Uh, I agree with them questioning that. I've had exposure many times. My exposure came from, in case those of you who don't know what exposure is basically you're hungry, you can't generate heat in your body, you're hypothermic, and you're not sleeping. It's like a combination of all these stresses on your body that will kill you. It's different forms of shock that will kill you, that you die from. So I've been hospitalized from exposure a couple times. Nothing to be bragging about, but that was crazy, insane backcountry wilderness expeditions, and I knew to do those kind of expeditions. I knew I was risking my life and putting myself at risk. I was very well trained for it. I have a very high degree of survival capabilities, and I still pushed myself to the limit because I was a little bit. I do things that I really shouldn't have been doing, to be honest. Hello, Paul. Thanks for tuning in today, my friend. I will be catching up with you very soon. And yeah, I'd like some questions today. Dude, have you heard of the fog that's been hitting majorities? No. Fog? I don't know anything about that. Was there a question up here? Will Carr, do Sasquatch have a sense of seasons? And do their behaviors change? Absolutely. Holy crap. So October is kind of Mardi Gras time for them. That's why I do my expeditions in October. Um, because they come around more. There's more food in October. I'm just looking at my TikTok here, guys. I'm gonna get that rolling in a second. If the app ever unfreezes, I have a lot of trouble with it. But yeah, and then August, in the season of August, I'm just trying to theorize because I don't know why I have such poor success in, like, literally in August, in the hottest month of the year, the hottest time of year. I get very poor success with them. And I thought maybe it was a salmon spawning, and it still may very well be the case. They go somewhere else to get food, and the only real amazing, incredible food source in my region is going to be salmon. So there's always elk, there's always deer. There's no better time of year to get elk or deer. So um, yeah, I think it's a salmon issue. I haven't really looked it up too much, but I definitely see seasonal changes 100%. So uh, yeah, definitely. And then winter, obviously there's I got video 6, which is that Sasquatch with his back facing towards me with night vision in the snow. That was winter, and they have very, very specific behaviors in winter, but I don't research them in the winter anymore because it's very detrimental, very damaging to follow any species around in the wintertime. Wow, I'm just having no success at all on TikTok, so I'm actually going to abandon it for today because screw it. Just let me shut TikTok off here. And peace out, sort of. So I'll just answer questions here on YouTube. Um, What's pretty exciting when we're talking about this a lot, pretty much every show. Chris says, how many Sabes do you think are in the radium family? Oh God, probably 20-ish. That's just like a total rough estimate. Um, but I think I'd be pretty close. I think it'd be plus or minus five individuals. So yeah, just based on tracks, I think most of the females don't come around. I get very little to nothing. Maybe like four females I've ever noticed in the trackway. And then people always say, and even I could tell the age. People say, well, how the hell can you know that? Because I could tell their age up until 18. So after 18, when they're adults, I don't know if they're 20 years old or 50 years old. That I don't know. I could probably even deduce that a little bit maybe by the way they move. A younger one would move more fluidity and just maybe a little bit, but I can really see the younger ones because their tracks are smaller, and it literally looks like with males specifically every well, they start out at when they're young, they start out at about like maybe 2 3 years old, they start at around 5 inches, and then by the time they get to be about 10 11 12, an 11-inch track is an 11-year old plus or minus 2 years. 12-inch track is a 12-year-old. And I can tell the difference between male and female because the males are wider and heavier and the females are thinner, and even just the way they move too. Males are like booming around, smashing, crazy, going through mud. Females aren't like that. They like to go around and stay clean, and they take the long way. And I can really see masculine and feminine traits in the trackway based on what was going on. So, like an example would be when Jeff Meldrum saw Sasquatch. It was the males, the bigger males, that came up. Even the younger, bigger males that came up and around and were in our face. The female went around the long distance away where we could never have seen her, grabbed the apples, and then moved around and back and up north. Like she never interacted with us at all. She just gathered apples and left. So, in fact, she seemed to be protected at all times. Even when she came in to go to the apples, the Sasquatch that Jeff Meldrum saw was in front of her, like was guarding her and keeping her safe, as far as what I can see. So, I really, really see those traits. But that's my estimate with that. So, hey, brother, happy 2025. Happy 2025. People are going to be saying a lot, and that's so cool. Because 2025, ladies and gentlemen, what are we at here? 7 minutes in? Let's talk about it real quick. So, I'm trying to figure out what I can do to make this cooperation move forward. What kind of assets do I have? And how can I really get to the next level? And I've figured it out. I'm going to tell you guys about it because I'm going to limit 1,000 people that are going to be, it's $15 a month USD on Patreon. And that will create enough revenue with the expeditions and with the YouTube videos that I generate, and even a sponsor. I'm working on a couple of sponsors that there will be. So, and I have hundreds of thousands of followers all over the different social medias, like literally hundreds of thousands. And I generate tens of millions of views and likes and all that kind of stuff all through these platforms. So I don't think I'll have with hundreds of thousands of followers. I don't think I'll have trouble getting just 1,000 people on board. I'm going to take such good care of these 1,000 people, man. I'm going to give them so much stuff, photo collections, updates. Uh, I don't want to give it all away right now, but I'm going to blow your mind if I'm going to give these limited 1,000 people. And again, I'm going to limit it because I'm going to give them a lot of stuff. So it's going to blow your mind. You're not going to believe what I'm going to be giving away. It's going to be pretty spectacular. So I'm very excited about that. So what that'll mean though is so I do my expeditions, but for at least 5 months a year when there's snow here in Canada, I don't do much for expeditions. What I'd like to do, even when I'm doing expeditions, if someone sees a Sasquatch, if someone has a sighting, someone gets a video, I'm gonna freaking fly out there. Or if I don't go there, somebody that I've trained in the area. If something happens in Kamloops, right, Chris? I'll send you or James up to look at it, or in that general area. And I'll actually even pay for you guys to go do it. I'll pay for your gas, I'll pay for your hotels. Like we'll literally be a funded Bigfoot organization. For the first time since Peter Burns, I think he had a guy who funded him to do his research. We will literally be able to do that. So I will be doing at least once a month. We'll find something. Somebody who says they saw Sasquatch, has a video of Sasquatch. Just recently, there's the guy who the trees were all busting and stuff. That's my latest video. Wouldn't it be nice to go out there? And I do have the time, and I could do that. I'd get an airplane. I got a passport, and it's fully funded by those 1,000 people every month, and the expeditions and the YouTube videos that generate revenue, and Shopify and all that stuff that I'm going to have. So I really have to be motivated to go do those things for a purpose. I'm not. I'm in this for the discovery process, and I have to do some. I'll have to do some marketing and all that kind of stuff, and strategies, and search engine optimization and all that stuff. And that's okay. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work hard on that stuff for the next 3 or 4 months. And I figure around October I'll have the 1,000 all lined up. So by the time my expeditions are done, I should have 1,000. I expect it's going to be a lot of work. I have to go, and I'm going to be very personal. I'm going to talk to these people, and again, make sure that they're getting really good product and they're getting good value for their $15 a month. It's not just going to be, hey, you give $15 a month and I'm going to do these expeditions and stuff. No, there's going to be extra special value that I give these people. And and I'm already getting, I've already had a tremendous response from it. So I'm really, really stoked about it. I think we should all be happy about that. Can you imagine, like, this is like the Bureau of Investigation for Sasquatch. Literally, it's not like a crime is committed, but a potential Sasquatch is seen. There's a potential sighting, a potential video, a potential trackway, and we will literally get out there. Because I've also trained over 50 expeditioners that are trained, like they can get out there and go, Todd, there's tree breaks, there's tracks, just like you showed me out in the research area, take pictures and see things that even they've been trained to notice that other people wouldn't, and will recognize the reality of it. And if it's a big deal, I can come out there, or I can send out somebody, like Survivor Man, or it can become a big deal really fast. Believe me, if I get out there and there's legit Sasquatch and new evidence and something that can break this discovery to the next level, which would be so exciting, Jeff Meldrum, Survivor Man, and other amazing, incredible people will show up and assist in the investigation. It can really be the catalyst that blows this discovery right out of the water. It's never been done before. And to this level, I mean, I'm just going to be candid with you. There's nobody does Sasquatch research the way I've been trained to, in the way, like, like I've been trained by Survivor Man. I've been trained by Cree elders, Native peoples, the Blackfoot. I've been trained by John Bitternagel. I've been trained by Jeff Meldrum as well. I worked out in the field with him, and, just the dozens of other people that I've had the pleasure of working with. So that's what's going to happen. And I'm not having a discussion. It's a done deal. I've seen the numbers. I'm actually working with AI, Chat GPT, and AI to search engine optimize and make the numbers and see what I have to do to actually garner that following. Thousands is going to be a lot of work, but the end resultant of it is spectacular. So to join up, let's go to Patreon, and it's Discovering Bigfoot or Todd Stanley. Look either one up, and it's $15. This month I'm giving away the Jane collection. That's going to be so cool. I'm giving it away like I've never given it away before. You'll understand when you get it. It's 5 incredible video stills and photographs that I have that have, like, they're just going to be totally amazing. I got a new way to print them out, so all the people that jump on board, the next month it's Jake, the month after that's Kubota, the month after that is actual videos. I'm going to give away the real organic original videos that I've never done before. So I'm just going to give away so much stuff. And then big announcements coming. It's just never going to stop. I have 20 ideas. They're going to absolutely blow your mind. So it's a very, very exciting time for the discovery of Bigfoot, especially when this catches on. Because what will happen is just the the millions of people that watch my videos and the hundreds of thousands of followers that are on social media will get wind of this. But even like news, when the news has, when these gentlemen had their incident, of course I'm going to fly out there for that. I'm actually also trained with search and rescue. I am a trained, legitimate tracker. I don't want to be a jerk, but most people that do search and rescue, their grid pattern techniques are not what I would do. I do legitimate boots on the ground tracking. I can man track, like, blow your mind. I mean, I've got decades of experience of tracking and wilderness expertise to a level where it's just, I use the animals to track based on the ecology. I will track and move around. So it's really next level stuff that I have thousands of days of experience, boots on the ground, theoretical knowledge, books and videos, and so much theoretical knowledge and understanding from what I've been trained with. And so it's very, very exciting to really, that's what Sasquatch doesn't have, does it? It doesn't have an agency, and we will literally be the Discovering Bigfoot agency. We go out and do this and push this discovery forward. And because a reporter goes out there, even search and rescue goes out there. They don't this search and rescue mission. They had thermal drones. They're using all this technology. That's cool. But was there really Bigfoot there? Were there signs of Sasquatch? Were there tracks of Sasquatch? I don't know. I can't know because I didn't go out there. But imagine, literally, as soon as this story breaks, and I have a whole network of tens of thousands of people that are emailing me, sending me information. So that information comes back to me as soon as possible. I literally, this is my job, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on a plane, the next flight out, the next flight into that area. I think all of the work that we're going to do is in North America. Personally, I have people in Australia. I actually have people in the UK too. I give them a call and they can drive out if it's in the UK, fly out if they have to, and I can fund that. You understand that? Like, money matters. Guerrilla research happens because there's guerrilla funding. If you don't like the money of it, if you're going to be a jerk about it, screw off. This is real funding generated for Bigfoot. People that are enthusiastic researchers or just really passionate about the discovery of this species. It's $15 a month US. Come on. And the results that you're going to get and the help that's going to bring to it is absolutely fantastic and amazing and mind-blowing. This is very, very exciting. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. Sorry. Sometimes I'm a little slow, but it's a very, very exciting time. And so Melissa says it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy New Year. So I think it would suck to have your birthday around Christmas because you got to give. My niece has her birthday like on the 29th. I'm going to get her Christmas presents and birthday presents right after. I don't like it, but that's cool. Melissa, happy birthday to you. Keep it up, Todd. Much love from Arkansas. I love Arkansas. Man, I'd love to go. Isn't that where I think Arkansas is where the Boggy Creek thing is. I had a guy who I was working with. I really liked him. I never got down to Arkansas, but I'm pretty sure that's where the Boggy Creek. Hello, John, Amber, boom to you, my friend. Carmen, why are they so hard to capture on camera? Well, it's energy. It's literally the energy you put out there. Ladies and gentlemen, shysta. Man, I got a video that I'm doing. I don't know if I talked about this yet. I don't think I have. So they have literally proven that plants, and I know this is going to sound hokey and woo, and I don't care because this is real science and this is facts. And I'm not even surprised this information has come out. But literally, domesticated plants are aware when their owner is coming home. They actually have a distance. It's about 1.5 miles, 2 kilometers. When an owner of that plant, it's a potted freaking plant. When the owner is coming home with intention, he's coming home back to the plant knows. They've actually got a special spectroscope that monitors the plant. When you leave, the plant's energy goes down and goes into like a hibernation mode. They've recognized that. But what's exciting is when that person is coming back and he's within a short distance, the plant lights back up. It's excited their owner's coming. This is not arguable. This is factual. You can look it up. It's even on AI online. They've actually let this out because they've been severely hiding the truth of telepathy. Severely. I work with quantum physicists that are pissed because there's real relevance to telepathy, to telekinesis, to all these things on a quantum level. They're proving it. And that's what Sasquatch can do. Sasquatch has this ability to sense these things in people. And cameras, so specifically, why is it so hard to capture them in camera? Because your intent changes so dramatically when you have a camera. When you have a camera, there's an energy that you get. And the Sasquatch may not understand you want to film them, but they understand there's an energy that's a little bit negative. It's kind of sneaky. Can you get footage of something and not feel sneaky about it? How could you not? I don't know. I have not been able to overcome that. I'm working on that. I busted my butt for the last 2 years to overcome that. I have not yet. So I literally think now I'm out there asking the Sasquatch if I can film them. I'm asking them for permission. So, but even beyond that, oh my God, the wilderness, like people are so ignorant about this. And I'm sorry because it's confusing to me how you think it's going to be easy to film a Sasquatch. I literally, on an expedition, I was 30 yards away from a Sasquatch. A goddamn tree branch was in my way. What does that have to do? Well, the camera won't focus past that. And I have to sit there and adjust the focus manually because they're all automated, all automated. That takes 3 seconds. And while I'm doing that, fudging around the camera, the Sasquatch is like, what are you doing? And just kind of leaves, right? It's almost always in deep bush. There's almost always no line of sight. If you're 30, 40 yards away, right? They're not going into open areas and stuff like that. So that's just not, The Sasquatch, as much as human beings like open areas, we like to walk around down trails, they're the opposite. They like to be blanketed by trees. They like the dense thickness of the wilderness. That's literally one of the things. They may be the most man-like species on the planet, but they are literally the opposite of us in so many ways. Where we go, what we do, they like deep, dense wilderness. They're naked, we're clothed. We embrace technology. They completely have nothing to do with it. Even as far as fire goes, they have no attachment to any kind of technology, and we are technological wholeheartedly. They're naked, boots on the not boots on the ground. They're naked, walking around, grounding, connected to the earth in their natural state, using their natural nature given skills, thriving within nature. We have agriculture as domestication, right? We line up the plants, pick them in rows, fertilize them. That's domestication. You don't eat wild carrots. You ever even heard? Sure, there's organic carrots. Is there such thing as wild carrots? Nope. You don't eat wild carrots, wild broccoli. You eat wild berries sometimes. That's pretty cool. But you don't buy wild berries in the store, do you? Nope. So understand, in a lot of ways, even though they're the most man-like primate on the planet, they are the opposite of us in so many ways. So I hope that helps you understand. Have you heard of the baby Bigfoot in as? No, nothing. I haven't heard anything to do with that. Happy birthday, Melissa, says Andy. Hey Todd, love to go on an expedition with you. Well, it's Bigfoot. Uh, discoveringbigfoot.org is my website, and there's an expedition page there. Go apply. I haven't really. I filled most of the spots, but who knows? I've had a couple people back out on me, so you never know what's going on there. So just apply and you see what happens. And there's always cancellations and stuff too. So um, and I would really like to. I'd like to have expeditions be not about Todd Standing. So I want expeditions out to the research area where other people are guiding you. So Kyle specifically, and then even have expeditioners that are trained out on expedition without me. So the research site's being used because I'm only in 1 week, out the next. In the week I'm out, I'd like somebody to be there, and we have a consistent research center going on. So there you go, Andy. Thank you very much. Have you ever videoed baby Bigfoot, Todd? No. I've got oh, the experience I have with them is a little scary because I always feel like it's a grizzly bear club and there's a grizzly bear mom around, and so I'm always concerned when they're around, and they make a very specific sound that I've heard on multiple occasions. They go woot. So that together they go woot, and then add this that sound. I've heard it many times in Montana, in British Columbia, in Alberta. So kind of stay away from that. But and I saw a young Sasquatch, Survivor Man talks about that in the episode of Survivor Man Bigfoot, where they show a picture of Jake, which is wrong. That's a cutaway shot they should not use. Jake is a completely well, he's a I guess a old teenager, older teen. I think he was what 16, 17 when I filmed him. So that was the wrong Sasquatch to use. And man, I tell you, after I never really took notice of young gorillas, and now I do because this Sasquatch, like gorillas, young gorillas have like an afro and they're jet black and a little puffy. That's exactly what the Sasquatch. Well, it's not exactly. It's very similar to what the Sasquatch was. I remember actually looking at this young Sasquatch who was just focused on me. What happened was I was coming down. I showed this to my expeditioners, the very few people that have been up to the Radiant Mountain with me. There's a log that's still, well, hopefully it's still there. It's been quite a while now, where he was looking down at me. I remember when I turned around and I looked up and I saw him. He was beside black rocks and he was as black as jet, like his eyes and everything. And I thought I wasn't seeing a Sasquatch. I was suffering from exposure. I was not eating, not sleeping, didn't have any water, no water for 3 days, hadn't eaten for 4 days, I hadn't slept more than 2 hours in a week. So I was just messed right up. So I didn't trust what I was seeing. I thought, what the heck? And it wasn't far, it was 25 yards away. And then he blinked at me. And then when I walked, I saw his head turning as I walked. I was like, whoa. I actually pulled up my bear banger when I saw him blink. I was like, I'm not going to take this. And I thought, really? Going to shoot a bear banger at a little Sasquatch who's staring at you? No. I put it back, kind of laughed at myself, and realized too I'd probably die if I shot a bear banger at a baby Sasquatch. Boom! The parents come out and the siblings and everybody, and tears me a new butt. But yeah. Anyway, I yeah, I've had a little bit of experience with the young ones, and it's pretty cool. So I've seen a juvenile in Missouri. Well, and Mark Green, I would love to hear about that. So if you could send me some information about what you experienced at bigfootencounter@gmail.com, I would really, really appreciate it. So that's so cool to have that. That's what the whole Boggy Creek is about. It's about a young Sasquatch that they capture or anything. Didn't film it as it was too dark when it happened. This happened fast. And really, with on expedition in these, I have to be really transparent with you. So I feel I get a lot of criticism, but no, I obviously I get a hell of a lot of criticism, and it frustrates me when there's so many of these. I don't know. Don't want to be nice. These in ungrateful jerks that I'm giving them free stuff. In fact, I've worked hard. I paid for that video, that footage, and they come back or they say it looks exactly like you, Todd. I don't even like. Yeah, you've seen the pictures of Jake, especially they go after Jake. I mean, they're saying I look like Jane now too. I'm like, oh my god. Like, what do you even say? What do you say to that? Like, the Sasquatch's head is beyond this. If the Sasquatch's head was right here, he wouldn't even be in like the size of his head would be outside of this picture. I proved that. They're absolutely freaking enormous. Their eyes don't match ours. So a human being's eyes. This is just interesting. A human being's eyes. If you take that eye and you pull it and you put it here, it goes exactly in between. If you don't have those components, you're like the elephant man. You're literally mutated, and you can really see it in a human's face. It doesn't matter what race or where you're from. If you pop this eye out and put it there, it matches right precisely in between. And precisely. Kubota got 2.5 eyes. So did Jane and Jake. They got 2.5 eyes. And what should be scary about that is I'm telling you, I've seen those eyes up close. The Sasquatch's eyes like that big. Way bigger than mine. Excuse me. And their eyes are round and brown. Even, you might not notice this, but you can always see a little bit of pink around my eyes. You can see the pink in there, right? The caruncle, that thing is called. And then you could always, here's an example of it. But if I just take away, see that pink? See the pink right there? Pink gone! Right? It's like, because the Sasquatch doesn't have that. It's literally funny to me. Anyways, my point is, why do I want to do new videos for these jerks? These negative nannies, these asses. Why do I want to go out there and bust my ass? Because I've literally, like, guys, I know about exposure because I nearly died from it. I've nearly died many, many times. I've literally laid down to die one day, and a miracle happened, and I got back up and continued walking. I go through all this, the financials, the hardships. You have no idea. Like, when I go on an expedition, we blow a tire, e-bike breaks down, a tree falls in front of you, run over it, busts the front end of your truck. There's 1,000 things that go wrong. And my little joke is, it's all for Bigfoot. Like, we sit out there, we're fixing the truck, we're fixing the e-bike, we're I don't know, there's a tree falls down, we gotta cut a tree out of the way. Like, cutting logs, all the work we do is so much work. So much work. I cook food for the expeditioners for 7 days. I pre-cook some of the food it's all for Bigfoot. Like, I'm a director. Why? For Bigfoot. I'm a wilderness expert and tractor. Why? For Bigfoot. I'm an electric bike mechanic. For Bigfoot. You know what I mean? I know about tires to buy in these terrains. I have to have 8-ply steel belted tires. 6-ply won't do it. Why? Why do I know about that? Oh yeah, it's all for Bigfoot, right? Like, the layers of what I do. And then people say the most preposterous idiot things. The point of all this is I haven't felt very motivated to go get more footage. I see them, the expeditioners see them. I want to sit there and enjoy it, because I'll tell you, a lot of, even myself personally, and expeditioners have done this. They see a Sasquatch, then they pull up their camera, they turn it on, and by the time they get focused, it's gone. And you miss the experience. It's only if it's an 8-second sighting, that's a lot. 8 seconds. There he is. It takes you like a second and a half or so to, like, look at it, and then you gotta look down your camera, 5 seconds to get that thing rolling, and boom, it disappears in the last couple seconds, and you didn't get the footage. So and it's like that for me too. So I don't know. I've been making it a little bit of just about my experience and the discovery process. And what am I gonna do? Get better footage? I got a 4K camera now. I can go get better footage, I guess. So, and I kind of wanted that. It was really after the David Avocado Wolf expedition this year, where I could have got some sick footage. I was like, yeah, I'm going to carry the camera around just in case that happens again, because that was sick. That Sasquatch for the Avocado Wolf expedition just stood there. And he was really far away, but I've got a camera that has like 65 times optical zoom. I could have zoomed right in on his face beautifully. And it was perfect lighting. Everything was good. So I do carry that damn camera around. And I'm going to smash it. I'm going to break it. It's going to get wet. Like, the stuff that I have to deal with. Oh, man. It's a lot. So, and that's just why I've been a little bit frustrated about getting new footage and stuff. Didn't film it as it was too dark. Yes, that's another thing. Lighting. Even it can be it can be a sunny day and the Sasquatch is in the shadows of the trees, right? Like there's so many problems because people have no idea how hard it is. It's so hard. Hello, Donnie. Thanks for tuning in today. Frisky Frank says, I got a pretty good set of tracks up here in northern Idaho, right on the U.S. Canadian border. And I'll tell you, Frisky Frank, man, they have so in some areas in Idaho they have the salmon spawning. I've seen tree breaks and tracks and structures and just incredible amounts of proof of Sasquatch. There's so much in Idaho. I remember this one guy. What the heck was I doing? I was at some kind of seminar or something. This guy was from Idaho. He kept asking these questions, and I was like, Jeff Meldrum was there. And this guy was from Idaho, and I was like, Jeff, can you go attack that guy? He goes, what do you mean? That guy's got Sasquatch going on. He just kept asking me all these brilliant questions that were specific. Do they follow the elk herds around? Yes, they do. When they walk, do they walk in alignment? Yes, they do. Do they have like a front part of the foot? Like this is a long time ago before any of this stuff was public. And he had like 10 questions that were clearly he was having something going on with Sasquatch. I don't know. Jeff went and talked to him. I don't know what happened after that, but it's you hear the ring of truth, and that dude had definitively Sasquatch stuff going on, and it was definitely in Idaho. So yeah, and then here we go. So now, so Andy, I am a full-time researcher. So and so there's the link right there, Patreon. So thank you, Andy, for putting that up. Guys, this is get freaking excited. If you can't afford a $15 a month US, it's like 20 bucks a month Canadian, then don't do it. You know, that's cool. I understand some people have it tight. If you're really passionate about this is the time. This is really the time because it's not rocket science. 1,000 people is $15,000 a month. We are going to do research with that money. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Like it's going to be freaking amazing. There's going to be ridiculous growth, new equipment, flying out. Like I'm going to really answer to you guys with this. Like I'm not some damn politician who's and not some government. This is pissing money up a tree. This is really going to go to research. This is a very exciting time. What we can do with that, just 1,000 people. I mean, there's going to be usually I get between 5 and 15,000 people watching or watching this show. So we do really well just on the show. I just put up a video last week. It's getting 60,000 views. Right? That can't be 6,000 people doing that. That's got to be at least 20,000 people, more than that. It's got to be at least half, 30,000 people watch my last video. I only need 1,000 people that are enthusiastic about this discovery. It's so going to happen, guys. I'm going to work hard on it. I'm telling you guys, the projections are all in. It's going to be done by October. I'm going to work this out. So isn't that exciting? I will answer. And once the 1,000 is on board, I'll answer it. Everybody will know what's going on. You'll see all the results that we get. Like even guys, it pained me. In case you never saw, because it wasn't popular, there was a Sasquatch was busting the gondola cables, and they got thermal image of a Sasquatch walking. And I'm like 99% sure that's a thermal video of a Sasquatch. It was busting the gondola cables out in Squamish. You know how badly I wanted to go investigate that? Like so badly. I wanted to get some of my mentors from Nia Bay. I wanted to get Brian up there and Larry and Analia. Like, because that's the kind of thing there's a Sasquatch there. I want people mind speaking. I want people tracking. I want native ceremonies going on. I want to hammer it all out because that's incredible. I want to substantiate that truth of that image. I never got to do that because it's just not in the budget, and that sucks. I even could have made time to do it. Like it just absolutely sucks that I couldn't do that stuff. And those days are going to be gone now. And that is so freaking exciting, guys. Like to me, it must be exciting to you. Could you imagine that? Like a Bureau of Investigation of Bigfoot. Literally. Like it's exactly what we're going to do. Like we'll have people hired up. I've got all the resources, all the networking to do that all across the United States. I got people in most states. And if I don't have somebody in a particular state, I'll send somebody from the neighboring state, literally give them an allowance, because what they're doing is good work. I want them to film it all. And then all of you will get that result. What happened? Was there real Bigfoot there? And most of the time we're going to be disappointed. Man, when I went to California, holy crap, Avocado Lake was a crapshoot. There was a Yosemite. There was a sighting there that was a lie. And you don't realize how many times I have attempted success. You could call it failure, But I go out and I do this research with people and I work hard and I bust my ass and I get out there. And most of the time it's just bunk. Like James Penner's working with somebody right now, and that's cool. He's excited about it. I'm not. It just looks like more BS, you know. And I'd like to be wrong more often, but really the honest results is I'm getting like 10% success. 90% of it's just crap and dishonesty, and so it's frustrating, but 10% is good enough. And you guys will get a closer view of the failures or the attempts at success that we go and work on, right? And it'd be nice to get some answers, boots on the ground. So we're going to have all that. So it's a really exciting time for us, guys. So if you can do it, do it. And again, you'll get stuff back to you. I'm going to take such good care of you people. You have no idea. I'm gonna keep announcing these things like once a month, something cool I'm doing just for the cooperation. Do you have Bigfoot hair? Yeah, I did. I actually had a piece of hair that was attached to a piece of flesh. So I believe Jeff Meldrum examined it. I had somebody, I don't, actually, maybe he wasn't around my house at that time, but I had a piece of flesh with hair. I believe a Sasquatch caught a piece of his body coming down a tree on a branch, and I heard him actually squawk and "Rah!" like hurt, and he left the skin and the skin, the blood, and the hair on it. So I've had pieces of hair too on Survivor Man Bigfoot. They saw me capture a piece of hair, and Survivor Man doesn't compliment people very much because he's a tough SOB. He's old school, really tough conservative guy. But my Bigfoot hair traps were large pieces of beggar's lice that were indigenous plants that I glued to trees. And he actually said it was ingenious. And I'm going to quote him on that. It's what you get when you're just out there and you see the plants, you see the animals, you can figure stuff out. Necessity is so exceptional when you really know your plants, the animals, the terrain, weather, all that stuff that comes into play. It's pretty spectacular to live the life that I live. Oh my God, you guys, because you understand, I'm well over 2,000 days of wilderness backcountry experience. Over 2,000 days. I mean, that is what a gift it's been. The people that I've had the pleasure of working with, the knowledge that I've acquired. Like when the book, I'll work at a book at one point, and the information that's going to come out about it is just going to be absolutely stellar and fantastic. And I'm really excited about that. So the discovery is going to happen, guys. I'm so confident in it. I know I've had some off years, and it's I don't know, but I don't feel that way. I feel like there's just the buildup is slow, and but we're growing and expanding, and we're doing it the right way. That's the other problem is there have been TV shows. Pretty much every TV show of Bigfoot came, met with me, talked with me. I didn't do it. Why? Well, because I won't lie. Same thing. Why isn't Jeff Meldrum in these shows? I'll tell you why. Because he won't lie. John Bitternagel. Why didn't John Bitternagel do any of those shows? I'll tell you why. Because he won't lie. They sit down with you. We're going to do this. We're going to make that. When this, and I go, you're gonna fake that? Well, yeah, we have to because they don't believe Bigfoot's real. But Sasquatch does exist. And if you fake anything, I'm going to expose your ass. And that's all these major TV shows are just built on fluff and lies. Like I don't want to be bashing anybody, but I do expeditions. I had a TV show called Expedition Bigfoot, and that was Todd Stanley, Ian Redman, Jeff Meldrum, and somebody else. Why did they go with us? Why did they go off with somebody else? Why? Jeff Meldrum's amazing. Ian Redman, look him up if you don't know him. He's a top primatologist on the planet, and that dude is badass. He is so tough, so backcountry tough gorillas. Like that dude, what a gift it would have been to work with him. And he thinks the possibility of Bigfoot is legitimate. Why'd they say no to us? Because we won't lie. We won't, not for 1 minute. And not any of us got picked up. All three of us, right out the door. Why? Because they won't lie. They're PhDs, they won't lie, and I won't lie because my point is it makes it a little harder. It's the harder path to go. It's not quick fix, easy, bam, wham, bam, bullshit lie. I shouldn't have swore. I apologize. But just it's success with good conscience or no success at all. And at the end of the day, though, that's where the real success is through good conscience, through building your fundamentals, through integrity is the true success. And I absolutely know that to be true. So I laugh at these other people. Like, what are they doing? The guys with the Bigfoot shows. Like, where's Bobo? What's he doing? Where's Cliff? What's he doing? Like, I'll tell you, it's not good stuff. They're just milking things, and they literally had tremendous, significant abundance, and they've done virtually nothing to move forward with it. And or what they've done is kind of pathetic. Like like Cliff got a show over me to go up into Alaska, and the president of the network was really pissed, but the group voted on Cliff because Cliff's got all this whatever. He's done all these TV shows and blah blah blah. So they gave Cliff the show. Well, I know for a fact he showed up late and he left early, and it just pisses me off. Right? I would have showed up way early. I wanted to go there 5 days earlier and really get some backstory. And then when the camera crew and everybody leaves, I'll go get cutaway shots that'll make the show amazing, and I'll stay late. So I do the opposite, you know. And it was even there was another Alaska show. They hired these two guys. I don't know why the hell they hired them. Blew my mind. And they actually got footage of a Sasquatch, but they were on a boat. They weren't on the land. And these guys were like, "Let's get out of here." And then the president of the network calls him up, says, "Hey Todd, what would you have done?" I'd have dove in the water. Boosh! You'd have heard a splash. There's a Sasquatch over there. I think that's Sasquatch. That's my job. That's what I do. I wouldn't have left the damn island. I'd have been there. You know. So it's been damaging to the discovery process, but they want to go that way. They want to be deceitful. They want to be underhanded and deceptive, and I won't play that. And I never will. I've I've legitimately had nothing to do with anything fraudulent in any way, shape, or form my whole life. I have, my close family knows I do Bigfoot research. I have close friends that are very personal in my life that I've met doing Bigfoot research, and they know. There's no even like just and the lies that I hear. Oh my god! Apparently, it's not my sister. Apparently, I'm living with a special effects makeup artist. What? It used to be my sister. First, it was my wife, I think, and I've divorced her. I'm not with her. I've been not with her for a long time. Then it was my sister. Or I think it was my sister even when I was with my wife, and then and now I'm married. I'm not, and my wife. What wife? I don't have a wife now. The other person that we have nothing to do with each other. My divorce was harsh and brutal. It was a child custody battle in which I have custody of the children. So, it's these lies are so damn frustrating and so obtuse, and uh, it's hard, but you just got to take it on the chin. So, finally, I stepped up and joined the Patreon. I can't wait for the new photos and the discussion. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much. This is from I can't even pronounce that. Suco, Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma. Man, there's some good Bigfoot stuff. I have some people in Oklahoma that I'm really on one of the last shows. My Oklahomian was on. I really want to get a hold of her. I got a hold of the other expeditioner from Oklahoma still. But apparently, there's some good stuff with Sasquatch going on in Oklahoma. And for those of you who have signed up on Patreon, congratulations. I'll be sending those photographs and stuff out probably just like between the 6th and the 10th. You'll get all that stuff. So I got to get some ducks in a row because I really want this to be totally amazing. The photos are ready. I just want the print offs, and you'll understand why when we get it all finished off. And for all you expeditioners like Chris and Paul and James, all you guys, just I'm going to put you on the list, of course. You guys are expeditioners. But don't be afraid to remind me. Hey, I didn't get those pictures. Yeah, you guys are cool. So, Walter Jackson, do you really think Bigfoot can climb trees, especially how? Oh, yeah, dude. Well, the, they're so powerful. Their hands are so strong. But I mean, you have a point, though. Uh, how heavy they're supposed to be? Well, there's 300-year-old trees in old growth forests. You couldn't hit those. You couldn't take those things down with a D9. A D9 would fold over these huge trees that are freaking enormous, and they got up around the light. They have branches that could support a moose. So yeah, but it's going to be like a lot like bears. As a bear gets older, it's extremely less likely. I don't think you'd ever see a big boar, grizzly bear, in a tree. Even black bears, the big black bears, oh, they could always climb. But I would always say a black bear is going to be able to get, unless his nails are inappropriately worn down from old age. But as long as the black bears have that curl on there, so black bears' claws are curled like this for grabbing their prey. And a grizzly bear, especially as they get older, they're more for digging, so they have more trouble climbing. But man, I saw a sow about 2 years ago climb a tree that was, I know that sow, she's got to be at least 10 years old. And boy, did she smoke up a tree, like, wow. And I saw her track way after, and she had the general long nails. Like, again, like a black bear has like a curl on the finger, on the claws. And a grizzly bear literally has no, because they're diggers. They use it for digging, and black bears are mostly predatorial, and they use it for latching on a prey and, even climbing trees. So But absolutely, yeah, a Sasquatch, especially like their power, like their immense, incredible power, the mid-tarsal joint, like a chimpanzee has. If you ever saw a chimpanzee climb, man, they climb like nothing. They are fluid and amazing. And chimpanzees are, I hope you can try to understand this. Chimpanzees are tropical animals, and our animals that are up in the colder climates have denser, heavier, better muscle tissue. They have to. They have slow twitch and fast twitch fibers that are more densely grouped because they generate heat. They need to generate a significant amount of heat. Whereas gorillas and chimpanzees, if they had densely packed, slow twitch, fast twitch muscle fibers, they would overheat because they live in tropical and maybe subtropical areas. They can't handle the cold like a Sasquatch. So cold weather makes you stronger. Something some primatologists taught me. A 400-pound black bear is way, way stronger than a 400-pound um, gorilla. Much stronger. Never mind the teeth and the claws. They're just way stronger. Their muscles are thicker, denser, harder. At the same, like pound for pound, way more powerful. They have to be because of the climates. So man, the stuff I'm seeing from Sasquatch, the power, I don't even know where it comes from. It blows my mind. So, uh, Frisky Frankie will say, wait, I have, hey Todd, I have a tribal flute you can call them with, LOL. I've used flutes. I've got tribal flutes and sound bowls out there, and that's all good stuff. A survivor man played his harmonica, and he had tremendous success that day. So really, really cool stuff. I love that stuff. Oh, I like Frisky Frank. I've got two encounters. One was just tracks that led to a tree structure. Cool. And the other was a long time ago when I saw something. Well, again, Bigfoot encounter at gmail.com. I'd love to hear about that, Frank. Seriously. Sasquatch is real but multidimensional. And that is something that's up for debate, right? And I don't like to put the cart before the horse. So maybe I do. It's just multi-dimensional stuff is pretty complex. And have I seen it, potential evidence of it? Yes. Am I convinced of it? No. Give me some space to not be so woo, guys. So I'll be a little less woo, a little more conservative when it comes to that stuff. But total respect for your opinion. And actually, I can't disagree with that. I just say I don't know. How about we leave it at that? I don't know. Can I say that? Yeah. I don't always have to take an opinion. It's just beyond my scope of practice, and I have no knowledge about interdimensional stuff. I'm really working on especially with this new plant information. I'm really working on my ability to communicate. And I've had some serious breakthroughs with my telepathy. Some serious, serious breakthroughs. So, um, I'm very, very excited about that. I've been working more on my telepathy than I ever have in my whole life in these past months. And I'm amping it up to another level. I'm meditating multiple times a day, and I'm practicing things. I'm doing experiments with it, and I'm really growing that way. And I think it's absolutely beautiful because if you want to talk about telepathy, telepathy is absolutely real, 100%. I've experienced it beyond any reasonable doubt over and over. I would be a hypocrite to sit here and say it's not real. I've experienced it. I've been responsible for incredible telepathic messages and imagery, and it's been an incredible ride. But the problem with me is, it seems I have my days where I'm really on, and my days where I'm just not firing. So that can be frustrating. That's probably the most frustrating thing about it. Is I do things that are impossible. I have successes that are totally impossible. Clearly, I got the mind speak. Clearly, I'm getting images from Sasquatch. Clearly, I'm using telepathy. But there are days where I think I'm being telepathic and I'm not precipitating anything. It seems like I'm being unsuccessful, or I'm being inaccurate with my telepathy. Well, that doesn't take away from the days that I was accurate, because those were impossible things that I figured out, that I knew. Literally, like, completely impossible. So the end resultant, from my perspective, honestly, I can sit here and tell you I am telepathic and I have had telepathic experiences, but I have so much work to do. And I have more off days than on days, and that is obviously I have tremendous room for growth, tremendous room. So um, there are Sasquatch on every habitable planet. Awesome, that is so good. How am I? I am fantastic. I'm doing really, really well. My fitness is excellent. My mind speak is good. My family, my children. Uh, I am a Sasquatch researcher, and it feels wonderful, and it's awesome to do it. And social media is doing so well. Literally, guys, I'm looking at 20 million views in 2025, right? Hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm so freaking grateful for. And we will explode to the next level when Joe Rogan, Mr. Beast, Tyler Oliveira, Russell Brand, somebody like that says, hey, come and show me a Sasquatch. Like something like that's going to happen. You know it. It's going to happen. So when that explosion happens, everything will be multiplied by 10. If I have 500,000 followers, it'll be 5 million. If I'm getting 20 million views, you know, it'll go up to 200 million views. That's not true. It'd be 2 billion views. Like it literally, things explode for me. And I'm telling you this because I've done it before. I've been in international headlines on multiple occasions. I don't crack under that pressure. I could be on Coast to Coast AM and had 2 million people listening, and I just talk. So you know, I'm well versed. I'm a good representation of this, of Sasquatch, of the discovery of Sasquatch, because I'm so experienced. I've been charged by, you know, after you charge by 900-pound grizzly bears, you don't mind doing interviews with Anderson Cooper. It's cool because I'm not, you know, the heights I deal with, the things that have happened to me. Um, and the reason that I stay calm and I talk very well under pressure is I've been trained to do that with my expeditions in my life as a man, as a protector of my family. I've been just very well trained to do that. So under pressure, I have a tendency to thrive and do extremely well. And I feel like I very much do a great job of representing, like even the toughest questions you can hit me with. I've been on Charles Mansbridge tried to smash me on the BBC, and I've been on many shows. They're all like, "Oh, we're gonna get this guy." We're gonna... No, you won't, because I'm too experienced. I've got too much wisdom, too much knowledge, too much boots on the ground experience, and even the theoretical knowledge and understanding. And I'm also not afraid to say I just don't know. You know, I'm working on that. Or even hey, that's a great idea, let's implement that, right, through questioning. So I always, when you're good and honest and you really do integral work, you can't do anything but win. And that's what I've been doing for so long. And yeah, so that's why I'm just doing amazing right now. So how long has it been? Oh, and so you guys know too, just health wise, I'm doing cleanses right now, liver cleanse, um, just full body cleansing, and I'm going to do some fasting. So I'm really getting some time. I want to spend the next couple months to really clean up my system. And the cleanses have been hard on me. I've lost a lot of weight. Those have been difficult on me, and I have a couple more to do. So I don't know if I'm going to do the carnivore diet this year like I wanted to, because that's a really healthy way. But the problem with carnivore diet, well, it's not a problem for most people, it is for me, is you lose weight. And oh God, I'm so freaking lean, and I can't get any leaner. It's ridiculous. I have so much trouble putting on fat, because when I do my expeditions, that little bit of a layer of fat, like my legs are ripped and my body, like the abs are popping out. Like that's not good. That's not healthy for me, because the cold just blows straight through me. You don't have good energy reserves when you're that lean. I don't think it's healthy at all. It's not healthy for me, and I don't like it. I get sick more often, so I need to get that body fat on. I don't think the carnivore diet's going to work for me. So Kevin McMicken says, Bigfoot here. Please stop looking for me. I get that. You know, you're being funny. Cool. That's all good. I get that so much. Leave them alone. Stop harassing them. What are they talking about? So these are dumbasses that don't know anything about my research. What in the hell are they talking about? The Sasquatch come to me. I haven't chased the Sasquatch in a decade. Like literally, all our expeditions let the Sasquatch look at us, let them watch us, behave and love nature, and let them come around to us. So obviously these twits that say, leave them alone, stop chasing them. I'm not chasing them. We don't chase them on my expeditions. They come to us. So, and I'm very excited about the research center in Radium. I want to expand in Nordegg. I want to expand in Nia Bay. I want to expand in Vancouver Island. So I have all these incredible ideas. I'd love to expand up to in Kamloops, Chris, where you and James are. I love to do that stuff. So lots going on, and it's that's another thing that'll happen with these donations, with the I don't want to call it donation, just the support that you can give to the discovery of Sasquatch on Patreon, is the expansion that we're capable of. Like it's just so awesome, guys. It's so awesome, and Sasquatch deserves this, and they're gonna get it. So very exciting time for us. Oh my God, look at all the questions that came in. You guys just came out. Oh my God, you guys came out in freaking, there's 150 questions. I can't even scroll down to the bottom. You guys are awesome. Well, I'm glad I'm glad to see you guys have been conversing with one another. That's important. Um, I just sorry I went slow on the questions today. I'll try to sort of smash them a little quicker next time. But thank you very much for tuning in today. So new videos coming up. Uh, I would like to take a moment even just to say, to the families of the two gentlemen that passed away doing Bigfoot research. You have my sincere condolences. You'll never get any. The research that I do on expedition is dangerous. I mean, just because I've been out, I've had 1,000 days guiding people in the backcountry wilderness where there's Sasquatch, and it's always dangerous. And please, y'all, take good care of yourself. You're important. Don't make the foolish mistakes I did. Go out with a Garmin, go out with the tracking device. Tell people where you are. Have a plan of action. Be prepared for the weather, and just so much stuff. And you take it easy. Take it, one day at a time. Do 2 days the next month. Do 3 days. Like just take it up step by step. Read, understand, and learn your ecology. Learn about the animals. Learn about the plants. Learn about get some general survival skills under your belt, and you'll do well. So lots more to come, guys. 2025 is going to be such an exciting year. I'm absolutely freaking thrilled to make this announcement to you guys with the changes. There's even more. I could go on again, lists of changes like, oh my God, like 20 things that are really going to blow your mind. New research, deeper research, new equipment, new people on board. It's such an exciting time. I'm very grateful for the lessons of 2024, and but I'm also happy to put it behind. There's something special about five in my life right now. I'm just 50 this year. My son's 15. My daughter was just turned 6, but she was 5. It's the year of fives for me. Five has been popping up a lot in my life, and I think that 20. I have a very strong, excellent, amazing feeling about 2025. So together as a cooperation, let's make this the greatest year of Sasquatch research of all time. Pray for miracles. Let's have something explosive happen. Let's take this discovery to the next level. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Bye for now.